the meaning of life?
Find a way to pass the days. I'll wait for you. Hopeless, drifting, try to sleep the time away. I'll wait for you. Push me deep beneath your skin. Push me deep beneath your skin. Let me run inside your heart. Take me down, trick me in. Take me, I'm your medicine.
Okay, are we live?
We are live.
We are live.
Yeah.
I hope my internet will survive this because I'm in quarantine in my parents' place and the internet is terrible.
Internet is all you need these days.
So please, Robin and Jur, if my internet connection sucks, let me know, and
Will.
I apologize. Okay,
This goes
anyway,
pretty well, I guess.
okay, great. Anyway, welcome to the Tea Time Talent Show.
Maybe
In,
wait till some people are tuning in, or
yeah,
everyone is already tuning in.
perfect. Okay, so what are we gonna do today? First of all, we plan to fight the Corona quarantine boredom with some proper drum and bass entertainment. The plan is to host three of these sessions in which we'll be looking for new producers' talents, and we'll end it off with one final finale. Basically, each episode will select two winners. One, well, the one that we like, and the second one is based upon a voting system, which will go online in about half an hour, I reckon, after we've showed you all the videos and showed you all the audio. So yeah, basically, we'll have a call with Koven at the end. After the call with Koven, we'll announce the winners, and hopefully you've all voted by then. And let's do this.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's jump to the tune view. Here we are. We got a lot of tunes actually, and they were all really good. You know, our original plan was to take a couple of tunes and comment on them, give them some feedback, and maybe there would be one winner. But there were actually a lot of tunes that I would consider to be winners. So we picked the 5 that we liked the most, and we thought fit high tea music best. So yeah, one of these tunes is gonna go to the final round, and the one who wins the finals will get a release on high tea music. All right, I think it's time to listen to the first tune. All right. Well, the first tune is Elixir with Been a While. We don't have a lot of info on this guy. All we know is that his name is Sam. So, Sam, thank you for sending in this tune. We're going to play it.
Huh? Single and ready to mingle.
Yeah, we're going to assume he is single and ready to mingle. So watch out, ladies.
Just let Sam know in the comments if you want to date with Sam.
All right. Yeah, I think we should just go ahead and play the tune. Yeah, there we go. Alright, get ready for the breakdown.
Very happy we got MC Robin with us today.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think we get the basic idea.
I think so, and I hope the people at home as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to kick it off?
Yeah, I can kick it off. I really like the track to start with. That's why we picked it to be in this show, obviously. I do think, however, that it is a bit too long because we just played one drop now, and while it felt really nice, the track, it felt like it was a bit too long, and we didn't even play the entire thing.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. The entire length of this track is what? 6 minutes, something?
It's 6 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. That's probably too long to keep listeners interested, unless you're like Deadmau5.
Yeah, well, a track could be that long and could still be interested, but then you have to vary it more in like chord progressions or bass line or stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's hard, especially these days.
Yeah, indeed.
Also, something you could do, Sam, to fix this is you should let the vocal return more often, because the vocal is pretty catchy, the Been a While vocal. And I just heard it in the intro and then maybe once in the drop.
Yeah,
but you could
halfway near the end at the drop.
Yeah,
indeed.
and you could have an entire 16-bar section where you play more with the vocal, and then after that have an instrumental drop part again. And it will sound interesting again because you just had the vocal, so that's how that works, you know?
You could even use that vocal at the beginning of the drop. That's a nice signature thing.
For example, yeah.
Okay.
Besides that, lovely tune.
Yeah, one more thing. And a lot of Liquid producers do this, especially beginning producers. They think like, oh, it should be deep, so they add a lot of bass and low mids, and I think in this track somebody overdid that. So I think the kicks are a bit too heavy. Like if you would master this track, the kicks would definitely start to distort. And I think the low mids are a bit too full, and I'll show an example now when I play it back. And turn the volume up. This section here, if you like turn it down a little, it's gonna open up the track way more. And then it's gonna sound much better in the club as well. So yeah. You guys got anything else to say about this track?
Let me see. The drums, naturally, like you said, the vocal. We discussed the vocal, the duration of the track, the low mids. Personally, I think that covers it.
I think so.
It's a dope track, man. It's a dope track.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
And,
Vibes.
Well, maybe what we should emphasize is that if your track is already in this show, it already is a top 5, because we got sent about 40 tracks, I believe. So had to make a selection out of this. So every single track we're playing today is already big thumbs up, because you already made it through the first cut.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Well, I think we should head to the next track then.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
All right. The next tune is from Method, and it's called Fire in My Head. And Method actually sent us a video, which I'm gonna put on in a moment, where he introduces himself and tells you something about the track. So here it goes.
Hey, this is Method. I'm 25 years old and I live in Holland together with my girlfriend, Amber. About 3 years ago, I started as a drum and bass DJ, but now I want to go to the next step. So 6 months ago, I started making my own music to be able to play at the big events like High Tea. I've been going to the High Tea events ever since it was founded. I've seen it grow, so I'm really excited to be a part of this and see where it can take me. The tune you're about to hear is called Fire in My Head. It's the first tune I worked on, and I worked it out from start to finish, so I hope you'll like it.
Nice. That video's got some production value. I like it. Yeah.
we should do more of these videos.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna play the track now. Here it goes.
You started a fire in my head. Your love got me high, I'm seeing red. Bring the alarm, ring. Bring the alarm, ring.
I love this. Fucking love this part.
You started a fire. You started a fire. You started a fire. Your love got me higher. You started a fire. Your love got me higher. You started a fire.
Right, maybe let this one play for a bit more. It's not that long, and I like it. All right, get ready, Tea Time Talent Show.
You started a fire. You started a fire.
Yeah, I think got it.
Your love got me
Yeah.
higher. You started a fire.
What? This song has got a fade out? That's so old school. No, I did that.
Beach,
Yeah, like the... Yeah,
What's it
exactly.
called? Yeah, with Beastie Boys.
Beach Boys.
Beach
Beach
Boys.
Boys.
No,
Yeah.
I was-
Kings of fade outs.
no, they always had those fade outs.
But
Okay,
about
anyway,
this tune, it's a real banger. And actually, I recognize this tune because it's one that we got sent in our demo box a couple of months back. And back then, we didn't like how it sounded, and he changed some things about the track and sent it in for the show. And I think it really improved, and it's fire now.
I think it was the whole lead that he changed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The main drop theme. Yeah,
Yeah. And
exactly.
it's incredible now, I think. It's really good.
Yeah. So I think when we're talking about the lead, that the idea of the lead is very nice. Like it's a saw lead, and the melody is nice and everything. But I think mix-wise, it's just a bit too much out of the mix. Like there's too much high end in it, and because of that, it's not really integrated in the whole sound. So I'll show you again with an example. So over here. If you would dip it somewhere over there, I think it's gonna blend in, much better. So yeah,
Okay.
Anybody else?
I
No,
think
that was my main. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you go ahead, Jurgen. You go ahead, man.
Okay. Yeah, my main thing was also the lead. It's got some nasty frequencies, I guess, in the top high.
Yeah.
Yeah, which doesn't go very well with the hi-hats of the drums.
Exactly.
So yeah, mix down wise, there's a lot of there are some things I would do but yeah, it's a banger, man. I really want to play this tune like for crowds and stuff.
Yeah, if we can ever again.
Yeah, if we've got those crowds again.
Don't get me started about it. I just forgot about this whole thing, and now
yeah.
I'm
sorry.
It's not gonna be on the stage anytime soon, guys. It's fucking terrible. It's fucking terrible. Well, anyway, let me see. What I was thinking about the tune is, like you said, it's really a club tune, and but I believe there was not like a hi-hat in the intro or something.
No,
like something
we can
that
check.
makes it easier for the DJ. Let me see.
No, there
right?
isn't. It's just the ARP.
So yeah, I would definitely suggest adding that, like a real spacey, reverby hat every count or every 4 counts.
Yeah, I think every bar, and then with lots of reverb, like.
Yeah,
that's
indeed.
the thing.
It's a standard trick, but it really helps the DJs to beat match. So you just increase the odds of DJs playing your track out, and that's what you want with these kind of tracks.
Yeah, definitely.
Apart from that, I think it's also a bit more DJ-ish feedback. Maybe that's because I'm more of the DJ and Robin is more of the producer.
Yeah.
So when you enter the breakdown part, so after the first drop, it's pretty full already. You go full on with like a new team, I believe. Or wait, what's the intro team you introduce again? And I would suggest to filter that team in, just to create some sort of breathing room in the breakdown, just taking it all down, which also allows for easier mixing for DJs. So yeah, those were my 2 points of feedback. Anything else from you guys?
Yeah, I think one thing that I was thinking about is that I think it's a shame that the vocal hook from the intro isn't coming back later in the track. Like only a couple of words, so the vocal is coming back. But I would try to make the complete vocal hook come back more often. If it doesn't work, I would keep it like this, because this is also working. But if you can find a way to incorporate that later in the track, so maybe in the drop or in the breakdown, it could be even better.
That's
right?
a real point. Totally agree there. Totally agree. Oh, and by the way, people, keep listening for yourselves as well, and try and remember the tunes, because this is the second tune of the 5
Yeah,
we're gonna listen.
we'll show a recap of the tune later.
We will show a recap, but just be mindful, because in the end we'll also be asking you guys to tell us which track you prefer, and that's really important for the polls. So stay tuned and listen carefully.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, next.
Yeah, let's go to the next tune. Alright, so the next tune is actually a collaboration with a vocalist we like to work with called Maranesia. And the track is made by Josh Lovis. They made a track called Blinded, and it was really nice, but it wasn't drum and bass. So they made a drum and bass VIP of the track. And well, this is it. They sent it into High Tea Music in the hope to get a release here. And we're gonna see if it's good enough. So let's scroll down and find the tune. Let's hit it.
I want a video. There's no video.
Not everybody sent in a video. Too bad.
Do I deserve my time? Nothing is sure, the words hold lies. Ignorance blocks my mind. Can't see through days without being blinded. The more I feel, the less I hear. Could that be my way to disappear? Forgot what much more life now that I'm blinded.
Oh, he didn't finish it yet.
Oh,
It stops here.
Oh.
But man, that was really something different, that tune.
that's for
Yeah,
sure, man. That's
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I
Okay.
really felt it as well. I think, yeah, the most obvious feedback is that you could say it's a little too experimental for some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the main thing that popped to my mind. I love it sound design wise. I love the whole intro, the way it builds up the tension. It's really intense and
yeah, the
emotional.
emotion is right. Yeah,
The
exactly. Yeah,
emotion is right, but it's maybe a bit too experimental
yeah.
for my taste, maybe. But yeah, it's hard to give specific feedback. Like make it less experimental. You know, that's just experiment a little more with
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, I had a thing like when I was listening to it, the drop consists mainly of kick and snare and the synths, which makes it very abstract. And I think a very simple trick to make the drop more concrete is to add a hi-hat in, and especially at the third beat. So for the people who don't make a lot of music, I'll sing in the hi-hat. So you get something like that, and that gives gives the listener something clear to listen to, and they hear like, oh yeah, this is the rhythm.
Yeah,
So,
that
yeah.
could be something, and maybe make the groove more obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think also that maybe the snare could sound a little bit more natural. But
Yeah,
maybe
that's something you could try. Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
a personal taste. And while we're at it, regarding the second drop, for some reason I kind of expected almost a halftime drop, and I didn't get it. But maybe it could be real cool to try
Yeah.
and work out a halftime drop as a second drop.
yeah. I think that would fit this track. Yeah.
I think it would fit the track. Yeah. So, okay, your side.
Well, I love experimental tracks to begin with.
Piss you off.
The thing is that it's a bit. It could be a bit cleaner, I guess. So like the vocal has a bit too many effects on it, in my taste, and the same goes for the lead synth. So I love the fact that it's so experimental, but it could be a little bit less by making the sounds a tiny bit cleaner. I think it's more easier to listen to in that case. So that, and we also had the intro perk or hats for DJs to play your tunes, which we also set for for method. It also counts for this tune. So
I think a lot of beginning producers who don't play a lot yet don't even think about it.
Yeah, it's a really important thing because it makes your tune more playable for the bigger.
And of
DJs.
course, if the hi-hat sounds weird in the intro or it breaks the vibe, you shouldn't do it. But it's something you should always think about, like the percussion in the intro, so the tune will be mixable.
Yeah. Look at techno tunes. They're like 2 minutes of just intro.
Exactly.
Beats.
Yeah. That's like mixing for beginners. No offense, but actually offense.
No techno DJs in this chat.
All right.
All right.
But that's it. Awesome tune. Yeah. Loved it.
It's really
Agreed.
Vibe.
So, what do we think? I don't have anything more to say about this tune. On to the next.
One.
All right. All right. The next one is from MFX, and it's called Granular Void.
Hear it again. Do the drum bass thing again.
Welcome to the Tea Time Talent Show. All right. So the next one is MFX with Granular Void, and they also sent me a video. So let me pull that up. Everybody, enjoy the video.
Hello, my name is Josh.
My name is Luke.
I'm 22 years old.
I'm 21 years old.
We're both male and have wonderful girlfriends.
And we both live in Austria. As far as our musical background goes, I used to play in rock bands and hardcore bands, metal bands, and then eventually turned to electronic music, and that's when I met Josh.
From then on, like about half a year later, we decided to join forces and work as a duo, MFX. And since then, there's another 1.5 years since that we work on music together. We haven't been to a high tea event yet, but we're looking forward to go to one in the future if we ever come to the Netherlands. Something about our song, we worked a lot with Granular FX, and that's how the main pad sound came together. And as I'm trying to do more lately, I recorded the vocals myself for this tune.
Yeah, and also it's been a project for the last couple of weeks during the lockdown. What leads into the next question, what did we hoard during the lockdown? A lot of beer and a lot of doings. It's important to survive this hard time, so.
I hope you enjoy our song, and yeah, have a nice day.
All right, so they hoarded beer. Yeah.
And doinks.
I should show you guys how much beer we have here. It's real funny actually because.
Can you show it or not?
It's gonna take some time.
Okay.
I'll prepare it for next week's episode. I'll just stack the
Exactly.
beer.
Yeah.
I think I can make a wall out of it. Because I got all the beers for the backstage for the 2 coming events stashed at my parents' place, but then events got cancelled, so the beer will stay here for a while now.
So why didn't you have that in the background in the first place, like a wall of beers?
You know what?
Yeah, we'll get it during the listening to the tune. All right.
Yeah, but okay, I already heard this tune, so I'm gonna try and get some beers stacked up.
All right. Then
Okay,
I'm
I'll be
gonna
back.
play this tune. Very smooth.
Very smooth fade out again.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Thank
it's
you.
all so smooth with us.
Yeah, man.
So smooth and sexy here at High Tea. Okay, yeah. Once more, solid track. I really like the way that we got all different kinds of sounds in the show.
Exactly, yeah.
It's real fun. We didn't even plan it out like this. It just happened. But I like this.
Yeah, these were our favorite tunes, and they happened to be like, yeah, they really varied in the way they sounded. So, yeah. My
neuro funk tune.
And I really like that he, like he said in the video, he did his own vocals in this track. So that's really nice. It sounded like a sample or something from a sample pack or something, like something big. So
yeah, send us more of your vocals, man.
yeah, maybe collab.
Collab, bruh.
Yeah.
No, it's really good. It sounded really tight.
All right, for me, the main feedback that I have is the same as the other Liquid track, is that it's too heavy in the low mids. So that's really gonna distort when you master it. So just turn down those low mids, and if your sounds are right, it will still sound deep without sounding muddy. So that's my main feedback.
Let me see. I kind of felt like track could use some more FX white noise thingies in general. I missed a little bit of movement. It shouldn't be right up in your face, but it could use a bit more movement in the drop itself or something.
Definitely, yeah.
And also, right before the tune dropped, I kind of needed a little extra riser, like just a sweep, like or something, just to emphasize the fact that you're dropping in a bit.
Yeah.
Probably. And yeah, personally, what I really like to do in these kind of tracks is a lot of space in the whole drop, and I always like those I call it delayed percussion hits, but like whatever. So let something mess with the listener, you know?
Yeah, basically ear candy.
Yeah, just add some ear candy, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jur.
Yeah, I had the same with the low mids because also the vocals in there. You can try to play with the pitch of the vocal to try to make it like 12 semitones higher or 1 octave higher. Just try to play with the pitch so it gets out of that mid-range area and gets more air and more its own place.
Yeah, maybe you could even try to layer the vocal with an octave higher on top of this vocal.
Yep.
Instead of pitching the entire thing up, so you still have the deep vocal and a bit of high end, or maybe sing over it with like a high voice like this. No, maybe not. Maybe, but
do it for him.
Yeah, maybe I could sing it. Yeah, like a falsetto voice. Yeah.
And I had one other point, and that's that the drum pattern could vary more in such minimal tune, I guess, make it more interesting. But that was already said, I guess. But the drum pattern could be more interesting.
No, the drum pattern was a new comment by you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like that actually.
Original comment. Nice.
See, Robin approves.
But yeah, deep tune. Could vibe a lot on this tune.
Yeah. All right. So on to the next one.
The next one, yeah.
All right. This tune is from America, and it's called Formalities. He also sent a video. So let me just play that for you, then I won't have to say anything. There we go.
Easy crew, Marika here. I'm a 32-year young lad with a fiance and 2 lovely brats that usually comes with late youth. I do my work out of Copenhagen, Denmark. I've been listening to drum and bass for about 20 years now. I've been producing drum and bass for about 5. Started my career as a dubstep, brostep and deathstep producer under different aliases. Due to life and placement, I guess, I haven't been as fortunate as to have attended any high tea events, even though I've been following them as a label since pretty much the get-go. A bit of info about the track you're about to hear. It's very much inspired by 90s hip hop and 90s rave synths, which you will hear throughout the tune. And the main inspiration for the drop was a collab I did, and this dehumidifier thingy that keeps rattling on in the studio. About hoarding. People have been hoarding the wrong things. They went for toilet paper, then went for cheese and milk and weird stuff. You know, you can never go down on beer, man. So when everybody else thought they did the right thing, I hoarded beer. Never go down on beer. All right, this was Marika. Stay safe out there and stay healthy. Big up.
So we got another beer hoarder.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's a thing.
There's a pattern here.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Everybody who's watching now, if you hoarded beer, let us know.
And something else that might make people curious was that he was inspired by his humidifier.
That's
So,
also something.
yeah, let's see if we can hear that back in the tune. Right, we hit it. Wait,
I hearing this
We
correct?
already had this tune.
I'm not paying attention. I thought this sounds very familiar. This sounds a lot like the other tune. I forgot to scroll down. Sorry, guys. I thought, where's the humidifier and everything? Okay. Well, now you heard.
Is it like a delay in the system somehow? Maybe my audio is delayed. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
there you go.
and I was just setting something up for the next tune, so I was like hearing it in the background. And all right, here it goes. This time for real. All right, there we go. Wow.
Angry tune.
Yeah, that's one mean tune.
Mean
That's
tune, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What are we thinking? What are we thinking?
What are we thinking? Well, I think the main thing is that these two different themes are very cool. But the switch up between them is too sudden. Like it sounds like a jazzy liquid tune, and then at the drop, all of the sudden it switches. I think that could be done in a better way.
I think it could be overcome if you got like this build part,
Yeah.
in which there's still a piano, but I think you should just get rid of the piano to kind of emphasize somewhat more of a switch up to a different team, and it will create some suspense, I believe.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like create more of a a darker feel already in the build up and introduce the drop sound maybe.
Maybe introduce drop sound as well, yeah. But I think if you get rid of the piano in the build, it's already
Yeah.
a big improvement.
Speaking about the drop sound, I really like it, but I think like EQ wise, it could be a little a bit fatter. So like where the liquid producers had too much, this tune has too little actually. So I think you want more of that, you know, that low mid, low range.
Heavy punching.
Yeah, and then it's gonna hit a lot harder. Yeah, it's gonna punch as hard as Philip. Right.
Okay.
You got something.
I wanted to say something also about the lead synth. I think you could vary more with the sound itself instead of the rhythm or melody. Like, try to automate some knobs in your synth to just vary more with the sound itself to make it more interesting. That's the main thing. But yeah, this tune slams.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think this is all the feedback we had on the tunes, and this is also the last tune we have on the show. Oh no. So what?
Yeah.
No, we're not done yet because we have a call with our special guest, Katie from Koven. Philip is gonna call her, I believe.
Yeah, I'm gonna call her.
All right. In the meantime, I'm just gonna play you guys a short mix of the tunes you just heard.
And I just wanted to say, if you have questions for Katie, please leave them in the comments, and maybe we'll ask them.
Hey, will we be opening the voting link now?
Yeah, we can open the voting link now. So in a couple of seconds, probably a minute, you can click on the voting link on Twitch. It's in the pictures below. In YouTube, it's in the description. And on Facebook?
Jur, can you just put it in the comments on Facebook?
Yeah, we'll put it in the Facebook comments.
Or is it already there? Or otherwise,
No,
just put it again?
maybe in the post because it will disappear in the comments.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can edit the post here.
Well, anyway, if you head over to YouTube or Twitch, you'll be sure to be able to vote.
I'm going to give Katie a call now.
You're going to get Katie on. We're going to open the links. And meanwhile, you can listen to all the tunes once again.
Hello.
Ah, there she is.
There she is.
We're on.
Very lovely stream. Very well done.
Well,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we had some issues at the beginning, but we made it through.
My favourite part was when you played the track twice by accident.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll do that again in the next show then, if that was your favorite part.
This should be a thing
I was
now.
listening, I was like, this sounds really similar to the last one. And then someone said it in the comments. And I was like,
Yeah.
No, it's fine. No, it's been a really good stream, guys. Well done. It's been really interesting.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let me see. Well, first of all, I'm really curious. Which one of these 5 tracks was your favorite?
I really liked to be honest, all of them are really good, really good. I liked the second one, something with fire in the title.
Method.
Yeah, method fire.
And
Yeah.
the last one you just played as well was really good. I think the caliber of all the tracks is pretty high, to be honest. So it was hard. It's hard to pick.
Yeah,
But
we're gonna have a tough time, and we're gonna have to make a quick decision later on after we finish the call.
Yeah.
But thank you for your input.
Oh, you're very welcome.
So anyway, yeah. First of all, damn, the new album. It sounds fucking crazy.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's weird putting out an album and then suddenly not being able to play any shows at all to promote it.
Yeah.
But it surprisingly hasn't actually hindered it too much in terms of the response that we've been getting for it and the feedback and the comments. So yeah, it's been really nice actually. It's been a really nice time.
I think a lot of people will stay at home, so they have enough time to listen to the album.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely. It's weird though, because like with certain tracks, obviously you guys know when you release music, you want to build the momentum of them by playing the shows. You want other DJs to be playing the tracks to build the momentum and get kind of spread the word. And like people hear a tune when they're out and they get emotionally connected to that track because it takes them back to that moment. So you kind of lose that element when you're not playing shows, but there's kind of a whole new experience with music now, especially with all these live streams popping up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's like
in some sense, we understand the situation. We kind of had like this. Our biggest EP ever is also released in the Corona period.
Of course, yeah.
And then afterwards, all the shows were cancelled. So, but I think we're all in this together, and I'm just hoping that the summer will survive. With all the big festivals.
I know. I hope so. But nobody knows. I think that's the worst thing is the not knowing, isn't it?
Yeah. But if we look at China, I mean, they end the lockdown, so maybe we're in luck and we get to party in 2 months or something.
Maybe. I will never take it for granted ever again. I will never complain about anything ever again.
Now that you can't have it anymore, you realize what you actually think?
Absolutely.
Crazy. It's such a bummer that because we were so eager to have you over for your album show at High Tea.
I know. We were so excited for that one as well. It would have been our first ever headline show in the Netherlands, and we were so excited for it. And the response was really good as well. So yeah, but I'm hoping that when we can do it all again, it's that vibe is still going to be there and that excitement for it all. So
I know for a fact. Maybe it's going to be even more.
I think like when the parties come back, even for ourselves, when we play a set again, it's going to feel so amazing because after a while, when you play shows, it starts to feel normal. You get used to it. But now when you haven't done it in a while, the people haven't partied in a while, I think it's going to be sick.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And we're actually working on the replacement date as we speak. We got one date locked. We're still discussing it with your agent. So we hope it's going to work out. And then we hope to inform everybody real soon about the replacement for the show. And it's gonna be good. One way or another, people will love it.
Fingers
one
crossed,
way or another.
Yeah, and when it does happen, whatever day it is going to be incredible. It really will be. I can't wait for it.
Definitely. So yeah. Anyway, that's what's up on the party front. But for the rest, how are you experiencing your quarantine life? What's your daily routine like?
My life hasn't changed at all. Like other than the weekends, obviously, not seeing people on the weekends and not playing shows on the weekends. But my kind of day-to-day life it hasn't really changed much at all. So I don't really mind it. It's hard on the weekends when you want to just pop round your friend's house and you can't. Things like that. They're little things that you take for granted. Or even like going to see my nan. I really want to go and see my nan and I can't. So those are the things that I'm finding hard. But in terms of like supplies. I mean, my kitchen cupboards are empty.
Oops.
I didn't buy anything. Like I have nothing. So I need to go to the shop basically, but I haven't hoarded anything. So at the moment I've got nothing. I'm down to my last roll of toilet roll as well.
No, that was
Oh
actually
shit.
that was my next question. I really want to know how many toilet rolls you have, but you got one?
Got one left.
Really?
Yeah, for two
This
Wow.
people.
is man. This is crazy. We need to start up a donation for Koven for toilet rolls.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the shops will be a bit more like normal now. I feel like everyone's gone out and they've bulk bought, and like surely there's no. I don't understand how people have so much room to store all this stuff. Like, and their freezers, like how they have so much room to store loads of food. I haven't got anything.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Some people have huge amounts. I mean, some friend of ours who's actually going to be the camera guy at High Tea. He hoarded like kilos and kilos of chicken, and I was like, what the fuck?
Why?
Where do you leave that stuff? Where do you?
But like you know what the thing is, if you were to be put in quarantine, it would be for 2 weeks or something like that. So I just saw a video of somebody calculating. You know, he saw a family with like a lot of packs of toilet paper, and he calculated that they would have to shit 180 times a day to be able to finish all of that toilet paper in 2 weeks. So why?
Why exactly?
Yeah.
Why? Also, we're allowed to go to the shop. That's what I don't understand. That's
Exactly.
one thing that we're allowed to do is go to the shop. So why would you want to deprive yourself of that thing that you can do? Like if you go and bulk buy and you get yourself enough stuff for months, then you've got nothing to do. At least like I can still go to the shop.
Yeah, it's a nice moment of the day, you know. Just go out for a bit.
Oh,
and,
it's lovely. It's lovely going to the shop now.
But also, I also kind of wondered why toilet paper. That's something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get that. I mean, you can use all kinds of different things to wipe your ass. I mean,
a washcloth.
Use this. You can use like leaves. You can use leaves. You can use.
He's growing his own leaves now for toilet paper.
Day, you can just have like 4 showers a day if you really need to.
Yeah.
Right? No?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Just saying, you're home all day anyway. What have you got to do? Yeah.
I think I might make that my standard new thing after going to the toilet. Yeah.
Yeah, it could work. It's like the way French people do it, right? Or
yeah, like with
yeah, exactly.
Mediterranean people.
Yeah.
What are those things called again?
Bidets.
Like
bidet. Yeah.
Bidets.
Yeah. I thought it was called a douche, but that's like another thing, right?
That's right. That's like for anal sex, right?
Yeah, to clean it up, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the main topic.
Anyway, I think. Wait, is a voting link already open? That's for one important thing.
It's been open since the moment
Okay, great.
I said it. So
I want to remind everyone: vote for your favorite track, please. Because I think our call with Katie is about to finish, and after that we will announce the winners.
I've got some questions for Katie.
Oh, really?
From the people who are watching. Yeah. First of all, a lot of compliments about the new album. People are really loving it.
You.
Yeah. Let me see. I've got one question from Bart, and he wants to know what the division of tasks is between you and Max, and why he's mainly on the background.
Okay, yeah. So this comes up quite a lot. So when me and Max first started working together 6.5 years ago, we played shows together. The both of us used to go out and play shows. And then it became increasingly difficult for him to play shows because he has very bad travel anxiety. So he used to try and play shows, but it wasn't healthy because he would have to take a lot of Valium or drink a lot in order to get one flight. And there were a couple of occasions where he couldn't get home because he couldn't get on the flight home because his anxiety was so bad. So it just became really difficult for him to play shows. So then once I took on that front person of being the one who you're going to see at the events, we kind of wanted to make the online presence the same, to know that, you know, we are a duo and we're both fully involved with everything production wise, and, you know, with the writing and the making the music. But if you go to a Koven show, you're only going to see me. So that's kind of why we want it to be clear that, like, I'm at the front of it, but Max is kind of like the genius in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Makes sense. And I mean, I always thought about, like, with you being prettier than Max, you would be in the forefront and Max being the
Well, you say that, but Max is actually very handsome. Max is
Robin.
actually the better looking one. You just don't know because his face is always covered.
Yeah, but I'm like, if you look at our pictures, I'm always in the forefront. Robin is somewhere here. We're kind of hiding it.
Oh yeah. it differs per picture though. So sometimes I have my good day and I'm in the front.
I think it's just like, because our setup is so unusual, because we're a duo that only one person plays shows, which there isn't really. I know there's a lot of duos where one will go and play a show and then the other one will go play a show, but like separately. But we just want to make sure that we're coming across correctly in a way that people understand that Max is fully involved in the background. If you go to a Koven show, you're getting us as a duo, but Max isn't actually there.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
All right.
Hey.
All right. Yeah. Well, a lot of compliments about the album. Rick says the album. Whoa, no words for that. And we've got Jill who says, I can't wait to rave on all those songs from your new album.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So a lot of compliments. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
That's good. And everybody who sent a compliment, you have to come to the show now whenever we announce a new date.
Exactly.
That's the way it works. That's the way it works. You gotta come.
That's the way it works. You send a compliment, you have to come to the show. That's the way it works.
Okay, good. Katie, thank you so much for joining us.
That's all right. Thank you for having me.
We hope this whole situation ends quickly and we'll just be partying together instead of whatever, Skyping together. But for the time being,
I hope so.
this is the best way to stay updated. Okay.
Lovely. Well, hopefully see you soon, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, it was nice to see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so let's play the short mix again of the tunes. All right. So there we are again.
So we had a very brief conversation about who's the winner.
No. I think we should still discuss that more because I still had some input. Yeah.
That's what I want to say. I think a bit more time.
Yeah. I think we're almost at the end of the show. Jur, are there any more questions from the audience?
Well, no, not really.
Nice. All right. Well, that makes it very...
Can you resend newer versions of tracks that are already sent in for this week's show? Yes, you can. For all the people who couldn't make it to send a new tune, you can also send it like next week or tomorrow or whatever. You can always send us tunes.
Yeah.
Some of the tunes we'll discuss in this program, and other tunes which you can send to our demo stuff. We'll check all the tunes you guys send us. So don't.
Yeah, and the deadline for the separate shows is always on the Friday before around 6. So also if you want to send in a new version, you can do that up until then, and after that it's out of your hands, and we're gonna play the tune in the show. Yeah.
Okay. I say, give us some more time to discuss, and
we'll play you a bit longer mix of all the tunes, and then we're gonna discuss who the winner is and count all the votes. All right, there we are again. I want to give a special shout out to Mara Nesia, by the way, who at the very last moment could record this vocal for the jingle for us. So thank you very much.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
And man, big ups to Robin for making this jingle. It's fucking hilarious.
It's awesome, right? All right. So we counted all the votes. Well, actually, it's an automatic program, but we know what they are now, and we made our decision. Yeah, and it's unanimous. So I think we should show the votes and then announce who the winner is. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
All right, there we go. The winner is Method with Fire in My Head.
Congrats, man.
So yeah, I think all tunes were really good, but this was one that, yeah, it was a very nice track, and it also really fits the label. So
And it popped out. Yeah.
yeah, it really pops out. So I think it's just really hard to compete with that. So Bob from Method, you are through to the finals, and I don't know. Do we have anything else to say at this moment, or?
Yeah, we're back next week.
Yeah,
Next week
next week at 4.
Yeah.
We'll do this again. And congratulations to Bob. It's an amazing track, but also big ups to all the other people. You already came through the cut. Like we had like 40 tracks, and you already made in top 5. So don't be sad or disappointed or anything. We loved every single track. But we found Method 1, yeah, that was the best in our opinion. So big ups, man. Big ups.
All right. Well, let's call it then.
Let's call it
thank you everybody for watching. If you have feedback about the show, this was our first time, definitely let us know. And otherwise, we'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.